Yeah, and if you don't spray over here, use a damn fool, because it's dangerous on that roadside. So, and you know, if you're gonna spray, you better check with your local EPA and FBI and CIA and all of that. Okay, y'all, good morning, good morning. Y'all saw a little intro in the shop. Not a lot going on. It's really cold this morning. It's like, well, I say really cold for here this time of year. It's like 35 degrees. When yesterday it was like 75 in the afternoon. So yeah, or 70 or so, something like that yesterday. So it's going to get up to 60 today. So I know the sun's going to be out. It's not supposed to rain for the next for this week. The ground's a little bit wet. I wanted to start on that skid steer job, you know, in my neighborhood over here tomorrow, but I think I'm going to have to wait another day or two. Let's let it dry up a little bit more, but I got other stuff we can do. Now, if that was the only thing I had to do, then we'd do it tomorrow. And I still might, you know, one thing about, there's one thing about being out here self-employed and everything. It all sounds gravy, baby, and all that, but, and it all sounds like, you know, the only thing that's set in stone is everything is subject to change. That's what's set in stone. So a lot of guys come at me, well, I thought you said you never do this or you don't do that. Everything is subject to change out here. You got to kind of roll with the punches, because there's a lot of unknown variables that I don't know right now. Things could happen today that are going to affect tomorrow. And you know, a mower could break down, get stole. I mean, you know, there's just all kind of things that can go wrong out here, and you got to be aware of those things and know that. And when I'm doing the videos, I'm talking in terms if everything goes okay. That is the prefix. That's the prefix to everything that I do. If everything goes according to plan, then this is what I'll do: A, B, C, and D. If everything don't go according to plan, which according to what goes wrong, then A, B, C, and D is going to change. So, you know, that's just the nature of it, man. So I hope everybody's getting ready for the season, man, because it's coming here in Georgia, man. I mean, it really is. Everything is starting to really green up. I got 2 in the neighborhood that I'm going to be doing. I don't know what I'm going to do today, because I got to kind of save some of the work, if that makes sense, for the new guy, so I could train him. Like, you know, I was seeing guys that work for me to do this one, right? And never had a complaint or nothing. It's a minimal yard. She gets me a lot of work from her relatives. This one right here I lost. She's fixing to sell the property, so she says no this year. But I could do that one in 20 minutes and make the $60, right? But I had rather wait and let Jared be here so he can get practice on it, right? And understand there's a lot to learn out here, man. I don't realize how much there is to learn out here until I got somebody that ain't been out here. This is another one that I do right here. She's on the schedule for the week, one day this week. I don't never commit to an exact day this time of year, because there's a lot of variables that can change. So I texted her yesterday, and you know, these are in my neighborhood that I ride by every day. I texted her yesterday and said, hey, yard this week. And she said, what day? I said, I'm not sure. She said, okay, I'll just put a check out for whenever you get over here to it. And I'm like, okay. And that's what you want, man. I never commit to a time. Never. Not a time on the lawn mowing maintenance. I may end up doing another brush cutting job before we get started in the season. I got to call the guy. I don't know what he's, he's just, he's my regular customer, and the property down there looks pretty bad with all the freaking, it ain't ivy, but it's what is that stuff? Viney, whatever that stuff is. It ain't ivy, and it ain't, I don't know what it is, man. But it's that, I would know the name if it's viney stuff. So, and it takes over the trees and stuff. Okay, y'all. Okay, guys, so I just pulled up over here to the first two. Y'all been over here before. Y'all know I do this one right here, and then I do this one right here. They're owned by the same people. So, you know, what I normally do over here is only one way in, one way out. So I pull in and I go down there and I turn around. That's the maneuvering you got to do. And then I come back and I park right here. So what I'll do is I'll drop the ramp, hop on the mower, mow this real quick, and then I'll just ease the truck up. I won't even lift the ramp back up. I'll just ease the truck up right here. It's only about 25 feet. So, and then I'll continue on with the truck out of the way, not blocking the driveway or everything. So, yeah, there's a lot of woods here and everything. So, this truck is nasty. I need to wash this truck. So, yeah. What else I got, y'all? That's about all I got, man. I ain't got a whole lot, man. And normally what I would do is while I'm doing all the turning around, I would let a guy out. If somebody's with me, don't want to blow this whole driveway off and going around the house. Gonna have to do a little bit of blowing beforehand today. Usually I don't blow first, right? But that's what I'm saying. Everything's subject to change at any given moment. So I don't normally blow first, but when you first start out the season, that's what you have to do in order to get it, to get all the cubby holes and stuff blowed out, and where we've had a lot of rain, wind, storms, and blah 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 blah. So yeah. I don't know how much footage I'm gonna get over here. Probably not a lot, because there's not a lot really going on. What I may do when I leave here is, I don't know if I told you guys that on Sunday we were working. Me and a new guy were working, and well, he left the weed eater at a job, right? He forgot to put it back on the trailer because, well, it was a lot of confusion going on over there. They had other contractors over there. He had never been there before, and there was doing some remodeling over there, and it was kind of hectic because we couldn't really go in there and flow. Number one, it was the first cut of the season. Number two, Jared had never been there. Number three, they had contractors there blocking the driveway, so in the course of all that, a weed eater got left, right? I ain't mad or upset about it. I'm glad it and the owner got it and put it up for me. But I'm not far from there now. I mean, I could just hop on the interstate right here and go down 2 exits and hop off and grab the weed eater. I don't know that I'll do that, because I got plenty of weed eaters. I could just about wait till the next time we're over there. So it don't cost me nothing. I don't want it to cost me nothing to go back and get. So, yeah. But y'all see how busy this road is? I'll get some footage of me doing the road side down there. Y'all see all the green? Yeah, and if you don't spray over here, use a damn fool, because it's dangerous on that roadside. So, and if you're gonna spray, you better check with your local EPA and FBI and CIA and all that. Man, so he told me The owner told me just to run over all the monkey grass. See, if you're not going to maintain stuff and you want a lawn guy to do it and you want him to do it cheap, you can't have all these things in the way. Look at that bed over there. It looks terrible. But they're not. So y'all see the property, man. It's terrible, dude. I don't know that I've done a worse one yet. And you can't. That's why I'm always talking about. You can't, you know, price the yard on the size alone. Over here, if I had a guy with me, if I had Zach or somebody that's been over here 100 times, or Bo, you know, it'd be different. But having a new guy over here, it would take me probably just as long, because there's a lot of little things over here that y'all see that I'm like, man, there ain't a whole lot I can really do. But if I had a new guy out here with me, it would be very frustrating, because see, I know what to do, and I can use the mower and the blower and the weed eater in unison, and be able to do this in a decent, timely fashion. But there ain't no way I can do all this and be at whatever I charge for the lawn. Shoot, you could easily be over here all morning. 2 men could be over here all morning. I mean, I ain't cut nothing. I've been over here an hour, and I've just now cut the front yard and blowed off the front piece, and it ain't pretty. It ain't even close to pretty. Compared to what it was, it's better. But I'm fixing to text the owner now and tell him, hey man, these yards are the worst I've ever seen. I've never seen a yards like this. And that's what happens when people do mulch and they don't do it right. You see that all that mulch is just, you know, there, and you can't hardly spray that stuff either. I don't know. It's like the people that are staying here renting, it's like they don't even come outside at all. So I don't know, man. I'm a little bit perturbed at the whole situation here. Yeah. But at the end of the day, if I had a guy with me, it would probably take just as long. A new guy, anyway. And even if I had some of the guys that's been out here with me, you know, vets, you know, supposed vets, been out here with me, they would still be perplexed on, you know, they'd be slinging mulch everywhere. You got to kind of balance it, man. Not to mention, it's a lot of work, dude. And I'm finna text him and tell him, man, you almost come out better just having me come all through the winter on properties like this, because he finna get hit in the head today with my invoice, and I ain't even done half of one of them yet, and I've been here an hour and 20 minutes, and I'm a seasoned vet. And I don't even know. I'm gonna call him though, man, or I'm gonna text him and say, wow. I'm just gonna tell him it's gonna take a few trips to get this thing in order. There's no way I can do that for $70. $70 is just for the mowing. When I put the invoice together, he's probably gonna call me. That's why I'm gonna go on and tell him now. I like about 200 on this one, and then probably 130 on the other one, and that would include the spray. So anyway, I'm gonna, yeah, man, I'm overwhelmed here. But I would be overwhelmed and frustrated if I had the new guy out here, because he would be missing a lot of stuff. He wouldn't know what to do. And you know, with a little bitty property, sometimes you can make a bigger mess than you know, if you're not sure what to do, than if you just don't do nothing, you know. Okay, y'all, so the fuel injected mower is doing great. You know, I'm gonna cut this ditch right here, and what I'll do right here is I'll probably just spray some of this right here. The goal for this is to make it where I don't have to weed eat it. Okay, it's gonna be wet and nasty today, and probably a lot of trash and unidentifiable things in there. Y'all see the traffic on this road. It's pretty freaking busy road, and you know, there's a lot of trash and stuff gets thrown in here. So yeah, I'm gonna set y'all up right there, a time lapse here. And all right, y'all, so these two, this one right here, it's far from perfect, man, and he's gonna get charged too, man. It took a long time, man. So yeah, okay, y'all saw that one, man. That one was bad, man. Both of them were terrible. You know, I did the best I could, you know, based on what he's paying. I mean, you can only do so much, right? So over there, I ended up charging him $160 on each one. So that's $320, man. It took me about 3 hours. Solo, that ain't, you know, that's good money, man. You know, I know a lot of guys I've heard in the past talk about $1 a minute. You know, $1 a minute. If you're only getting $1 a minute while you're on the job, you're not getting enough. You ought to be getting, you know, $1.50 to $2 to $3 a minute. Usually, you know, after we get into the flow of things, this time of year, you might take a little bit of a hit on time. But, like the next time we do those two, they'll be easy. Of course, you won't make as much money, but you won't be there nearly as long. I'm that guy that likes to be efficient and do a high volume. I ain't that one that wants to putter around in one yard all day long. Even if it is paying good. I want to stick and move. I want the machines to do everything. And if you're on the properties that I do, if you're on them, you know, 3 or 4 hours, then you're doing a lot more than mowing. And a lot of my customers I have, they don't want to pay for all that. So you got to find the you know, a balance in between, right? So that's what I do. I'm gonna stop by the mechanic shop over here. When I sold my other truck, when the mechanic sold the other truck that I had, you know, my old 250, I had a brand new trailer tire in the back of the truck, and he's supposed to. My mechanic over here was supposed to get that trailer tire. It's brand new, because I didn't think that I mean, when I told him, yeah, go ahead and sell it. I'm not going to use it again. I didn't know that he would sell it that day. I mean, you know. So, I mean, I would have gotten the damn, shoot, I probably would have gotten the master cylinder off of it, the freaking toolbox off of it. I certainly would have got my spare tire out the back of it. I mean, come on, man. That damn spare tire is probably $120, man. And it's the rim and all. I don't even have a spare tire for the small trailer now. That ain't good. That's the only one that don't have double axle. So we're gonna have to, yeah, might have to go to the trailer place and do what I do. But I hope everybody's getting cranked up for the season, because it's upon us down here where I'm at. I mean, by the time you do all the little cleanups and get everything organized somewhat, you're gonna be knee deep in the mowing. So, I want my damn spare tire, man. So I probably won't do that skid steer job tomorrow. I like Wednesday better. It'll be a lot drier. I'm gonna look at the weather again, but a lot drier on Wednesday or even maybe Thursday. we got to do it this week though. I need to get that $1,000. Just like last week, we got the 1,500. I need to get that 1,000. So tomorrow we'll do that. I mean, not tomorrow, but Wednesday we'll do that. Tomorrow I'm hoping I can got enough lawn customers to that need it. I got enough customers, just a lot of them don't want me to come yet. But see, I could have went to that one a month ago. It's so bad. Oh my God, dude. That was the worst property on the weed tip. And this is the first season that I am doing that one from beginning to end. See, used to somebody lived there, an older gentleman and his wife lived there, and they would maintain the property. We'll ride by the HOA and see if has anybody cut it yet. But that HOA that I lost, it needs cutting bad. It was looking really, I never seen it look as bad as it was looking. So we're gonna be doing this one right here too. This will be a good one. We really probably could have done it. Yeah, we definitely could have done it yesterday when we were up here mowing. But we'll get everything, you know, on the right routing and all. That's what part I like the best, is maneuvering things around after you see what all you got to do, see what all customers you're going to have, and you finally to a point to where everybody's needing it, and it's every 2 weeks. Then you can kind of, you know, move things around a little bit to be efficient. And each year I get a little bit better at that, to where we're making top dollar. I mean, we really are. It ain't because I'm a genius or nothing, or because I charge more or less. It's because of my route density that just takes years to build up. And then you put that on top of, you know, my ability with the equipment I got, and trucks and trailers, and then you put that with contacts and developing and nurturing relationships. Well, you're gold, man. This property right here looks good right here, dude. We just did it yesterday. Jared did really good on that front weeding. Yeah. So the mechanic shop needs it. The mosh pit over here needs it, but we're not gonna be able to do that one. We probably won't even get to that this week. It's just too wet, man. But the surging mower, y'all, that surging mower is, that's what I call it, though it's not surging, it hasn't yet. It is just running like a monster, man. I don't know what done happened, why it's running so freaking good. I mean, at the end of the day, they checked everything. It could have been a simple fuel issue, right? Because the only thing that we really didn't do is clean out the gas tank. And maybe we let it run out of fuel, and maybe, you know, I don't know, maybe us letting it run out of fuel, maybe some of the fuel in some of the bull crap in the bottom of it evaporated or something. I don't know, man. Because ever since you know, it hasn't ran in 6 or 7 months, haven't even cranked it up, and it's been sitting. But of course, it didn't have a lot of fuel in it. See, we can't cut the pit. It's just too wet, man. And that's that 120 we missed yesterday. But we can cut everything else. We all right. We all right. All right, I'm pulling up here to the mechanic, man. Let me see. These guys are buddies of mine, so, you know, I ain't fretting over that. You know, it ain't a serious thing or nothing. It's just, I want my damn spare tire. But if he can't, you know, he sold the thing so fast. If he can't get it, then that's cool too, man. I'm not gonna fret it, but I'm gonna bug him about it just because he would do me the same way. But that's what buddies do, right? Okay, I got my sandwich, y'all. Mowing's in full effect, man. There's when I got back to my phone. After I left the mechanic shop, After I got back to my phone, after I left the mechanic shop, I had 2 people from one route calling me while I was, you know, jotting that down. I made a couple of calls, so we're just about going to do the whole Fayetteville route tomorrow. So it's going to be a, well, you know, the first mow was really not that lucrative, really, because, well, I'm going to have a new guy out here. There's a lot of driving, a lot of riding, you know, that kind of thing. So, and we'll go on and do one rotation of all the lawns, you know, if we can. But so far on the Fayetteville route, everybody's coming back. So, and everybody's wanting me to come tomorrow. So normally I would have Zach do a couple of those, you know, by himself while he did some other ones that are like on the way and on the way back and all that. But tomorrow it'll be me and Jared in this truck, and we'll just we'll do what we do. I need to get Jared more acquainted with everything, you know. So the part I like, though, I like, you know, counting my money, man. Now on that route, I went up on 3 of the 8. So the other 5 on that route, they're already paying pretty much top dollar, man. And it's hard to go up, you know, any more than when I got a job that pays $80 and it takes me literally 15 minutes. It's hard to go up on that. So what I have to do, instead of me trying to go 90, I mean, you know, I'll try to go up on some of the ones that are on that route that are where they're not paying 80. They might be paying 70. Let's get them to 80. Or they might be paying 60. Let's get them to 70. That kind of thing. Some yards that I do, they're capped out right now. I mean, I'm not saying that I couldn't get more money out of them. I might be able to, but it's gonna put me in a bad spot because a lot of them would feel like, you know, if I come over there and I'm charging them 80 now for 15 minutes, and then I go up to 90 and I'm doing the same exact job, you know, now if they're, you know, $90 for 15 minutes, and it really shouldn't matter how long it takes, but there comes a point in time where it does, you know, and you know, you got to have a feeling for that. I know what yards that are getting a little bit over on me, and I know which yards where I'm getting a little bit over on them. I mean, you know, that's, you know, so I won't go up on the 80. I'll go up on a couple of the 60s. You know, I don't do any yard for less than 60. So, except for one granny yard that I do for 40, but I ain't going up on her, man. It's a 15-minute yard. It's on my way. She's not real particular. Just mow it, Ray. You know, solo. I mean, come on. That'll give the ground to dry a whole another day to dry. So Wednesday we'll go do that bobcat job in my neighborhood, and we'll cut a couple of lawns in my neighborhood. So we'll end up doing about 12 or 1300 on Wednesday. Now tomorrow we'll probably, I mean, we ain't gonna hit a whole lot, maybe 600, 700 maybe, something like that. I don't know. I got a few more I can call, but I'm not gonna want to be out. It's gonna take us longer, but I'm not gonna want to be out there all day long trying to get to a certain amount of money. I'm just not. So I'm gonna want to get home and get ready for the skid steer job, because I know that as long as we can do all the properties that are farthest away, in Fayetteville than anything that I fill in with is around here. It ain't a mandatory thing, so because we could do that anytime. But while I'm down there, we're going to do all the ones that need doing, every one of them. And there's like 8 or so, and then we'll do a couple on the way there, you know. So it'd be good to do those 2 right there when I do the skid steer job over here on the other street. Then, you know, I can send Jared and that kind of thing. But y'all know what it is, man. It's Sammy Monday. Deuces.